Hey guys, today I'm filling my monthly makeup basket for December, and I realized that I'm wearing the same sweater that I just wore a few videos back, but that day I just wore it to film. Today I'm actually like leaving the house, so we got what we got. We got a little bit of a repeat outfit, but that is okay with me. So first I want to start by recapping some of the things from my November basket. And really I'm just going to mostly be showing you the things that I didn't use, but then I do have thoughts on a couple of items as well. And this was the last month of my fall makeup products, and then for December I'm going to start wearing my winter makeup products, which I'm surprisingly kind of excited about. Fall is my favorite, but I was just kind of bummed this year that, of course, with all of the worst things that are going on in the world, I haven't been able to wear as much of my makeup as I would like, so I wasn't able to wear all my favorite products, but I'm ready for winter makeup, not winter weather. So let me just start with some face products. So my rotating bronzer was the Cover FX monochromatic bronzer in Sun-Kissed Bronze, which is the lighter shade. I did not use the shimmer side, I just used the matte side, and I actually ended up using this as a contour more often than a bronzer, but I really love this formula. It is super smooth, it blended really nicely, and I really like this shade. And then I had a highlight that was the Pixie Glowy Gossamer Duo in Subtle Sunrise. You have a golden color and a peachy shade. I'm wearing a mixture of both of these on my cheeks today. It's very reflective, it's very smooth. I applied it with a Real Techniques setting brush for like the under eyes. It works really well as a highlighter brush. This is such a good formula. It is showing the texture on my cheeks a little bit, but that's just because of how reflective it is. That happens with all kinds of highlights. I really like this, but I'm tempted to declutter it just because I have other highlights I prefer, and I'm trying to come up with ways to cut down my collection. So I'm not sure yet, but that's a potential declutter. Then we'll move on to eyes. So first I'll show you the things that I did not wear. And the first would be the Tribe palette by Juvia's Place. Some really pretty shades in here, but like I said, some intimidating colors to me. I don't know if I want to keep this or sell it, so that's a potential declutter. I did not use this Too Faced Holiday palette from last year. The colors are so pretty, but I just prioritized other products, so I am definitely hanging on to that one though. Then I did not use my Urban Decay singles, so I did not use Solstice, which I've used before. It's very beautiful. Keeping, or my two matte shades, which I may have never used before, which is Terrible. Spike is the matte orange, Relish is the matte red. I'm definitely keeping them though. I do like the formula. And then I did not use this little Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pot in Citrine, which is the copper color. Again, I wanted to prioritize a couple of other products in my collection. Then I've got some eye products that I did use that I had some thoughts on. So first would be this Buxom customizable palette, and my friend Amanda Alexander sent this to me. This was awesome. So I've tried some Buxom shadows before, and I found them to be a little bit sheer and not that impressive. So I used the two mattes. They're a little more like neutral cool than I tend to go for, but I do like them. I'm using them, like a tinge of them in the outer corner today. And then the other day I wore this sweater in a video. Actually, I mixed this shade and this shade together on the lid. So beautiful. So I'm definitely hanging on to this. The colors are so pretty, and I was very happy with the way that they performed. But then here are two palettes that I might possibly get rid of. I'm not sure what I want to do with them yet. The first is the Zoeva Caramel Melange palette, and I just have these colors, which I knew when I buy palettes all the time that I have very similar colors to, but like these are so similar, it drives me crazy. And this shimmer almost seems like it has a little bit of hard pan or something on it. It was just pretty scratchy, and I've tried some Zoeva palettes before. I have one of their smaller palettes, and I think it's great. And then I've got this one, and then the Spice of Life palette, which is Spice of Life I think is pretty good, but the shimmers are shimmers. They're not metallics, and I prefer metallics. They could be better, but It's not a bad palette. I just was like a little let down with the quality of some of them, and the shades aren't all that special. And then the other one is the Urban Decay Naked Petite Heat palette. I remember when I bought this from Ulta Black Friday a couple years ago. So these are all matte shades and they're so beautiful. I love warm tones. It's right up my alley. And these shades definitely complement the Naked Heat palette, but you don't need them both because Naked Heat has a good mix of like light to dark tones. The formula is really nice. These are pretty powdery, but they blend nicely. They're pigmented. I used it once or twice this month, and it's so hard for me to let go of this, but I do think this would be a nice gift to give someone that I know personally, because I've only used it a handful of times. It's great quality, it's Urban Decay, but I just don't think I need it. So again, not 100% sure on that one yet, but I can see myself getting rid of that. Back to cheeks, I missed this from Madison Miller palette. So you've got 2 highlights and a blush. The blush I think is in the color Sweet Stuff. So beautiful. I really like that shade and it looks very beautiful on the cheeks. These highlights are a different formula than their regular highlighter formula, but still very smooth and pigmented. The shades aren't perfect for me, but they were able to work pretty well. This is something I had thought about decluttering. It was in my chopping block, but after testing this, I do want to keep that one as well. Then for lip products, I have 1 to give feedback on and 4 that I didn't use. So for the ones I did not use, it would be Dose of Colors Liquid Lipstick in Mondays, the Tarte Matte Lip Surgeons in Bare, the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in American Woman, and the Too Faced Milton Matte Liquid Lipstick in Gingerbread Man. So basically I didn't wear the deeper shades that I had in my makeup basket. One I did use would be the Anastasia Liquid Lipstick in Ashton, and it's a really pretty warm shade, but I don't love it on my skin tone. And the Anastasia formula, I'm just over it. It's a little too drying. They have a great color selection, but I'm over it. So I am going to definitely be decluttering this one. So 1 for sure declutter, 4 potential declutters. I'll have to figure it out and get back to you, and you guys will know for sure in a chopping block update. So now on to the new things that I am going to be using for December. I'm actually feeling pretty excited about this. So I actually have not pulled any nail polishes to use. I'm going to paint my nails, but I have a lot of favorites, and then I have a lot of chopping block nail polishes that I really want to test, and I'm not sure, you know, what I'm gonna feel like reaching for. So you'll see them in videos and I can save them and update you guys in my makeup baskets. And you know, when it gets to next month or the month after that, I might pick specific ones to use for the month. If nothing else, I will show you the polishes that I ended up using next month. So for brows, I am using my NYX Eyebrow Shaper Wax Pencil, the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Taupe to line my brows and draw on the front, and then Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in 2 to fill them in. And then I'm setting my brows in place with the Benefit 3D Brow Tones in the shade number 2. I have no idea how long this is going to last me. I'm definitely not in a rush to get through it. I don't know if I'll pull out the stopper, because that is when I'll probably get like crazy looking metallic brows. So we'll see, but it still seems to be going very strong. So before we get into complexion products, I did want to mention that I will be starting a new project pan in the next few videos. So some of these products are going to change, especially the complexion products, but I didn't really want to spoil anything for you guys. So for primer, I am going to be testing to review, because I didn't do it last month, the Peach and Lily Skin Shield Blurring Primer. And then for pore filling, I'm going to be using the Dr. Brandt Pores No More. For foundation, I'm still trying to work through the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation in Mont Blanc from my project pan. For concealer, blemishes, I've got Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade 1 in Light Neutral. I'm going to keep my Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Neutral in here to use, but I am also going to add in these 2 concealers that I want to use up next year. So I'm getting started on them now. So that would be the Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer in number 2, and then the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the white shade. For powder, I'm gonna be using the Dermablend Translucent Loose Setting Powder to set my under eyes and my face. It is one of my favorites. Then for cheeks, my go-to bronzer is going to be Benefit Hoola. I have a lot of pan on this one. I'm hoping I can use it up in 2021, but we will see what happens. Like, it looks like such a thin, shallow pan, but seriously, this bronzer takes me forever. To contour, I'm using the Balm Take Home the Bronze bronzer in the shade Oliver. This is such a unique undertone that I really like to contour with in the wintertime because it's not warm, but it is not cool. I really like that color. For highlights, I will be using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector pressed in the shade Pearl. I'm going to use that up eventually, but then I also have got my blinding highlight palette with a bunch of ochre shades. So this is Glazed Donut, Pillow Talk, Cloud 9, and Space Baby. So pretty, and I love that formula. For blush, I have the Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur blush. This is just a deluxe sample. This is Mauve Sunrise. Amazing formula and such a pretty color, and all my blushes are like different shades of mauve. I am going to be using Benefit Rockateur. I have it in the Benefit Cheek Parade palette, and I definitely don't reach for my face palettes enough, especially when I'm just grabbing for one shade, so that's why I want to set it out on my vanity to make sure I use it. Then I have Cabana Boy from the Balm, such a pretty bright shade, a little bit of shimmer. Then we have Aura by Lorac. It is very pigmented and a really pretty nice matte shade. Then I've got two from NARS. One's a favorite and one is the Chopping Block blush. So my favorite is NARS Goulet. It was the VIB Rouge gift several years back. I was not rouge. I bought this off of eBay, but it's so beautiful. And then the other color I want to use is NARS Sin. So a lot deeper, more plummy, but I do think that that will look nice on my skin tone. I just have to be careful when applying it. For eyes, I'm still using the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. This will probably last me another like 2 months. Then for the fun eyeshadows, I have got some from ColourPop. This is the Super Shock and Couche, Prickly Pear, and Muse, which is one of my favorites. I also would like to get some use out of this Kat Von D Metal Crush eyeshadow in Raw Power, which is a beautiful shimmery cranberry, which is one of my favorite kind of colors to wear in the winter time. Then I have the e.l.f. Bite Size eyeshadow quad in Berry Bad. I haven't used this one before and the colors are so pretty. Then we have the Huda Beauty Nude Medium Palette. So pretty, and I definitely want to use this one in December because this does have some more warm shades. So I think this is like a good fall to winter transition palette, and it performs so well. I really enjoy that one. Then we've got some more like warmy tones, more blushy tones. This is an Ofra palette in Sweet Dreams. I've never used this before, but the colors are so beautiful and I'm excited to try Ofra's eyeshadow formula. Then I have the ColourPop You Had Me at Hello palette. This is the one I want to see if I want to keep or not. There are a couple shades in here, namely these two right here and this purple that I'm absolutely in love with. The other shades, I want to test them more. I really hate depotting shades from palettes, even though these are like magnetic. I hate mixing palettes around, but I might end up doing it. We'll see. Then I've got the Anastasia Carly Bible palette, and there are some more cool tone shades in this palette, which would be like this row minus that olivey one on the end. So I would like to get some good use out of these shades here. And then I just put this together yesterday, so the shades are kind of all over the place. This is gonna be my Winter Z palette. So we've got ColourPop, Sydney Grace, Anastasia, and these are two Too Faced shades, and then these are Makeup Geek. And I'm hoping to test these actually this winter and maybe declutter some shades along the way. So I'm hoping that I will actually be able to use all of these palettes at least 2 times. That would make me super happy because, as you guys know, with fall, I was really only able to use everything once, and still I didn't get to everything. So that's definitely gonna be my goal. And for liner, I am going to be using the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Liner in Alkaline and comparing it to the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner in the shade Charmer. Very similar shades. I want to see if I need them both. And then for my liquid liner, this is the Maybelline Master Precise Stay All Day. This is going to be the last month that I use this. Then I'm going to get rid of it. I'm having to like really shake it. And then the same thing with all of these mascaras, the Lancome Cils Booster XL, Pat McGrath Labs, and then the Tarte Big Ego Mascara. I've been using the Pat McGrath for a little while now, but of course I'm not doing my mascara every single day, so there's a lot of juice left in them. So that's everything for eyes. Then we've got lip products. I have 7 of them. The first is a MAC Love Me lipstick in a shade Laissez-Faire, which is a really pretty pink shade that I really don't know how to describe it. It almost feels like a gray pink to me in the packaging, but it doesn't look like that when you swatch it out. It's just so pretty. And definitely with this undertone, something I would wear more this time of year. Then I have a Maybelline Shine Compulsion lipstick in Taupe Seduction. This is a chalking block item and definitely more gray, more purpley compared to the MAC. I've got 3 glosses. The first is a NARS Velvet Lip Glide in the shade Roseland. And I love this formula. They're so smooth, have a really nice opacity. So this one's rosier than the other lip products. Then I have this limited edition ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Well Nested, which is going to be a little bit brighter compared to these others. And it has some shimmer in it, which is really pretty. And of course, it's more sheer than the NARS. Then I'm a little nervous for this one, but I'm excited. This is the Buxom Fluent Lip Cream in Cur Royale. Very a deep color, but it does sheer out to be like a nice and bitten wash. So that will be so beautiful, and I love that formula. And I've got 2 liquid lipsticks. First is Dose of Color Stone, one of my favorite shades ever, and this is definitely my favorite lipstick formula. So like a nice like classic mauve. And lastly, this is something new to me. This is the Kylie Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Ulta Beauty. This was just a free gift from Ulta, and I'm wanting to see if I like this color and formula. And this is definitely the darkest of the bunch. So those are all the lip products I'm planning on using this month. Some of these are more cool tone, but some of them are a little bit more of like a warmer mauve as well, which I think will go nicely with the more warm mauve eyeshadows I have picked. So guys, those are all of the makeup products I plan on using for December, minus some Project Pan items that will be changing soon, but I'm really excited and I'm hoping I can get some use out of everything. I do have a good variety, but I have just enough products in here that I can, you know, switch it up, but I think I can use everything. I do not want to jinx myself, but it is possible. So is it? I don't know. I've got 4 individual pack shadows. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that I can get good use out of all or most of the products in here. So I would love to know what makeup products you guys plan on using for December. And thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.